In this video, we will be riding a tractor, also getting out my lawnmower, checking if it still works. But first, let's just recap what we were doing last time. We were addressing my front yard, yes, mainly because it's overlooked by neighbors. And so in the last video, I was building the privacy screen, reusing old scrap wood, cable ties, and this black fabric, which you can buy in any garden center for cheap. I also revamped the sitting area, again upcycling whatever I had laying around in the barn. And with a little bit of work and imagination, the old sad benches were completely transformed. Then for the table, I used old tires for the base, which I stuck up with some bricks for stability, then made a brand new top out of old planks, and voila! I also got this one.
I found it in an abandoned house. Look, how can you not love it? Exactly what I visualized. Oh, just check this out. Bloody hell. This is amazing.
And so the idea is to let this privacy screen overgrow with the vine that is growing just there by the house. And normally they would climb upwards, trying to sneak in through the gaps, damaging the roof panels. So instead, I will guide them through here onto this wall. And then they can attach and do whatever they want there. Wow, I can't wait to see the result. It's gonna look stunning. Now we need to think of the next project. What was the next project? Yeah, fire pit. When I have a new idea, I just love searching through my barns. Most of the stuff what's here was left by the previous owners, so you never know what gems you can find. So these caught my eye, and I thought I've seen people using it as a barbecue and kinda like that idea. But also it would be easy to move around if I want to put it somewhere else. But then it kinda has some plastic parts attached to it, as well as it has some kind of a protective coating, which all when exposed to fire would release toxic fumes. I'm not sure about it yet. I think I need to sleep on it first. And might as well, because the rain clouds were rolling in. In fact, once they came, it rained for almost a month, but I will tell you all about it at some point. Meanwhile, it was another beautiful morning, and yet another opportunity to make most of it, starting with a bloody good breakfast. They say it's the most important meal of the day. Come on, guys, what do you normally have for breakfast? Anyways, everything was so green already. Still quite a lot of trees being bare, but when they all have leaves on, it will be as if I have a little forest behind there. How cool is that? I love this place in the warm season, including this early spring when dandelions grow. Wherever you look, then is yellow. It's the happy color. Color of the sun and warmth and all the good things. Yeah, so gorgeous. But gosh, I didn't realize how much this green sink annoys me. Whoever followed me for some time, remember I had an outdoor sink when I had the farm? I painted it black and it changed the whole feel. I just love black. So you can imagine what I want to do with this green one, don't you? Snoopy certainly knows, and now it blends in with the rest of the yard. And see, this is how this black fabric looks in the evening when sun is behind it. Although it's closed up, giving privacy, it's not like it was like a wooden fence, or you can still see through the shapes and shadows of the trees and bushes. But in the same time, you can't see the details. I could easily do naked shadow dancing behind it, and you would never know. Now, because of the constant rains, the grass grew before my eyes like a beard. At the cottage, it had already grown out of control, and it was like either trim it now or you would never be able to trim it without a tractor. And as I don't have a tractor, I just had to rely on some helping hands for the bigger areas.
Who is that beautiful doggy? Who's that? That's Snoopy.
But most importantly, I had to check if my lawnmower still works. Like, why it shouldn't, because it was working last summer, but because I forgot to pump the oil out, the old oil. As well as there was a bit of petrol left in the tank, I was kind of apprehensive, and yes, it wouldn't start. I had to call in my neighbor to have a look at it. And after he took the spark plug out, it was all full of oil there. And when he pulled the trigger, it was spitting tons of oil out. Turned out the cylinder and the air filter was also full with oil. My neighbor wasn't sure how it would happen unless I had it stored on the side or head down, which wasn't the case, so it was a proper mystery. But yes, we had to remove all the oil, wash it all, and leave it to dry. And finally, it was the moment of truth. Thanks God for that, because if it didn't work, I would be in trouble, because grass in this country grows faster than children. You just need to be on top of it at least once a week, otherwise it gets unmanageable and you would need to pay a lot of money to hire a tractor. Anyways guys, for this time I think this is it. Thanks for watching and see you next time.